Hello and welcome to We Just Quote in the podcast, but we do more than just quote. This is We Just Quote Wednesday, and today I'll be talking about haters, hiding behind a mask, and this week's quote of the week, which will be revealed in the podcast. Stay at the end to get a clue about next week's podcast. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know exactly when a new podcast comes out, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. Now let's get into it. I don't really care about what they say. I'ma come back like a boomerang. But let those haters get their way. I'ma come back like a boomerang. Happy We Just Quit Wednesday. I hope you're all doing well. I've started today's podcast with some song lyrics from the song Boomerang by WJQ. It's about coming back like a boomerang, bouncing back and blocking out those haters, essentially. I don't really care about what they say. I'ma come back like a boomerang. Won't let those haters get their way. I'ma come back like a boomerang. I wanted to talk about haters and people hating on other people for just being and doing them. What I have always said and will continue to say is that haters are just low key fans. Because they really are. When you're doing you and it doesn't disturb them in any way, shape, or form, and they start hating on you and throwing shade on you for doing your thing, they are just low key fans because it's like every single step you're taking, they are watching and ready to just push you and knock you down. And essentially, fans kind of look at the people who they look up to, their celebrities, and look at everything they do on social media and all that kind of stuff and everything they're doing in their lives that obviously we know about. And it's like, if a hate is doing that too, but ready to knock you down, they're essentially being a fan. Haters are just low key fans. And some haters, many actually, will hide behind a mask. Most of the time, it's social media or a device such as a mobile phone, and they'll just hate on other people. Why? I don't know, and I'll never know. But haters are just low key fans. Remember that. I heard this quote from somebody. Um, I can't remember who told me it, where I heard it from. I'm pretty sure it was a friend or like a classmate or something. But they said that getting hated on or having haters just means that you're doing something right. And I remembered that today and was like, when thinking about and coming up with ideas to speak about haters, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, this is so true. Many people will push you down and tell you you're rubbish and will stamp on your success. And it's always when you're succeeding, they're there to knock you down. And you're doing something right, essentially. When you're succeeding, when you're standing tall, and you're doing something right, they'll be there to knock you down and push you down. And it's like, for what? You know what I mean? It really, really bugs me um, that people hide behind a mask. Not everyone, but many people will hide behind a mask. And I've said it before and will continue to say it. Um, I've said it before in a previous Read Cut Wednesday. Actually, I've said it before in a previous podcast. It wasn't a Read Cut Wednesday, but I've spoken about people using a mask in a negative light. And if you're nothing without the suit, you shouldn't have it. If you are nothing without the suit, you shouldn't have it. It was said by Tony Stark to Peter Parker in the film Spider-Man Homecoming. I know all my Marvel fans out there and anyone who has seen the film knows exactly what I'm talking about. But when I think of that quote, I take it as I kind of like apply it to this idea of haters and hiding behind a mask. If you're going onto social media, if you're using your phone and hiding behind this false identity, you shouldn't be having it. You shouldn't be having a phone. You shouldn't be having a device. You shouldn't be having access to the internet. You shouldn't be using social media. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't. If you resort to social media to show hate onto others, I just think you're a coward. That you hide behind a fake identity, behind a fake profile, behind an account essentially, because essentially you are a coward. There are two types of criticism. I've spoken about constructive criticism in a previous We Just Quote Wednesday podcast. Check it out if you haven't already. It's titled Should We Accept Our Limitations? And there is criticism from just plain old harsh and simple haters. And when they hide behind a mask to be malicious onto other people who are being real, where they're being fake, other people who are being real, putting themselves out there, just doing their thing and doing what makes them happy, and they want to destroy that. I just think, who do you think you are to take away someone else's happiness, to crush their dreams, to hate on them? Like, what? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, what? Like, it's such a cowardly move that you have to hide behind a mask. And it's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. And it's really trashy. But haters do exist. They will always exist. But what I want to tell you, amazing people, what I want to tell you is that whatever it is you're doing, whether it's your projects, it's chasing your dreams, it's achieving your goals, it's a hobby, whatever you want to do, whatever you are doing, whatever will make you or is making you happy, don't let someone hiding behind a mask, hiding behind a false identity scare you and stop you. Don't let them or anyone come in and ruin your happiness and crush your dreams and stop you from doing and being you. If anyone tells you dreams don't come true, tell them they're lying, because dreams work if you do. But don't let those haters or anyone come in and stop you from being and doing you. Don't let them. In the words of Jojo Siwa, I don't really care about what they say. I'ma come back like a boomerang. Won't let the haters get their way. I'ma come back like a boomerang. Let's all be boomerangs and let's all come back. When someone tries to knock us down, I'm like, nope, no thank you, because I'ma come back. You pushed me, I'm back and I'm here. You wanna push me again, I'm back and I'm here. Let the haters live their cowardly lives. But yeah, I'm talking to you, listening right now, you are royalty. And we don't want that crown falling. So let's bounce back and let's be boomerangs. I don't really care about what they say. I'ma come back like a boomerang. Won't let their haters get their way. I'ma come back like a boomerang. I'm going to read you some mini stories about some celebrities who have received hate for whatever reason and how they've dealt with haters, because celebrities are in the limelight, they're in the spotlight a lot of the time, especially with what they do on social media and how they go about their everyday lives. It's showcased to the world, and so it's more obvious and it's easier for them to get hate. And hate is hate, no matter if you are the queen, the president of this country, the prime minister of the this or that of whatever, you know what I mean? Or whether you're just a girl who likes to sing in a small village in a country that no one's heard of. Whether you're that guy who's got a passion for this, who lives in a far part of the world and somebody is being malicious to you at school, whatever it is. I'm kind of waffling now, I don't know what that was. But big scale or small scale, haters are haters. And I'm going to read you some stories of how some celebrities dealt with their hate and just apply and yeah, and just apply it to our lives, and you can apply it to your life as well. Earlier in 2015, Zendaya hit up the Oscars red carpet in a silky gown and her hair in dreadlocks. While stars are used to having their red carpet looks talked about, when a fashion police host offensive comments about Zendaya's Oscar hairstyle surfaced, the Disney Channel star took a stand. Instead of lashing out immediately, Zendaya called the host out on her hurtful words and the negative stereotypes they reinforced about people who wear their natural hair, with an incredible, mature, and inspiring Instagram post. When an Instagram bully left a nasty comment on one of Selena Gomez's photos, saying "burn in hell with cancer," she called her out on her hateful words. The pop star posted a comment in response challenging her to be a better person while letting her know that cyberbullying is not okay. She then shared it to her own Instagram so that other people might think twice before bullying on social media as well. Even though Selena Gomez's response was cutting, it was still super classy and sent an important message to bullies that they can't hide behind the anonymity of social media and they're still accountable for their words. Just as she was starting to slay the runways at Fashion Week, a fashion model published an open letter on theblot.com to Kendall Jenner saying she wasn't a real model because she used her family's famous name and didn't have to work hard like other aspiring models. Instead of rushing to defend herself and calling to the Kardashian clan to back herself up, Kendall Jenner responded in the best way possible by creating a seriously awesome Mean Girls parody, poking fun at all the mean things people have said about her with her very own burn book. It was the perfect way to call out the haters in a powerful way without singling out anyone, while also showing she wouldn't let them bring her down. When haters tried to rile Justin up by booing him when he walked on stage at Fashion Rock's event in 2014, he didn't get angry or storm off. No, Justin Bieber decided to show them what they were messing with, by taking off his shirt and showing off his seriously ripped abs. Justin came out on top, not because he took his shirt off, but because he showed he wouldn't let what others think of him affect his self-worth. Plus, the crowd went absolutely insane, proving that unwavering confidence in yourself is the best way to beat the bullies. Spreading body positivity is important to Demi Lovato, who struggled with an eating disorder in the past. But when a Twitter troll tweeted Demi a horrible tweet that said, "Shut up, fatty, don't choke on your McDonald's," Demi didn't lash out. Rather than getting riled up, which is probably the reaction the troll was hoping for, the amazing pop star brushed off the nasty comment with a tweet big, that said, but Big Macs with four of those like emojis with their hands in the air, arty. Even though bullying people over what they eat is totally not okay, Demi's response showed the hater that their words didn't have any power over her, while sending the message that no one should be ashamed of what they eat, whether it's a salad or a cheeseburger. For all the stories I read out to you and a couple more, you can check them out and find them on a website called 17, which is where I got these stories from that I read out to you. And all these stories showed how all these celebrities, brushed off these haters and didn't let them get to them, and how they're still doing them. Like Kendall Jenner still doing her thing, and they are still doing her thing. She she's in a bunch of movies nowadays. Justin Bieber still doing his thing, still making music. Got an album that came out last year, I believe. Is married. Every single one of those people is still doing their thing and didn't let the hater get to them. And so should you. Don't let haters get to you. It's hard, but we've got to block them out and remember that they are low key fans and still keep on doing us. Haters are just low key fans. This week's quote of the week is not a quote of mine. I can't claim it. I saw it on the internet and I don't really know who it's by. If anybody else does know, please comment, email, just say anything because I am curious to who it's by, as I am with all the quotes that I use that aren't mine. But this one, yes, it isn't mine. I can't claim it. I don't know who made it. Maybe they're listening to the podcast right now and will remember and pick it out. Maybe, who knows? But anyway, this week's quote of the week is: good company in a journey makes the way seem shorter. Good company in a journey makes the way seem shorter. I don't know about you, but I don't know, if I'm going on a walk to a certain destination with a friend, um, the journey definitely feels shorter or at least more fun compared to going alone on that same route. It's always shorter and fun with good company. Someone you can laugh with, someone you can have a good time with, not someone who's negative and just puts you down. Just someone you can vibe with and who has good vibes. And when I saw this quote, it got me thinking and reflecting about my own life and the people that I keep around me. But my initial reaction to this was, OMG, yes, this is facts. You know what I mean? I get it. I can relate 100%. Been on a walk to this place, from this place, with somebody who I vibe with and have fun with and who's a good friend of mine. And the journey went like that, super, super quick. And then the same journey from the same place to the same place. On my own, it's like, oh, okay. Even though it's all in the brain and we all know it's all in the head and we all know it's still the same journey and whatever. It's just more fun when you got good company around you. And I believe I have good people around me. I've got people with good vibes and positive energies, and you should have the same too. Surround yourself with people who challenge how you think. Surround yourself with people that challenge how you think, not the ones that nod their heads and act like they agree. Those people that cut you open just to watch you bleed. Always be yourself, not the person that you pretend to be. And I've said the above, and he said that in the song he wrote called Remember This. And it's straight facts. Again, just straight, pure, simple facts. Surround yourself with not only good vibes and positive energies, but people who challenge how you think, not the ones that nod their heads and act like they agree. You don't need a yes person. You don't need a person to tell you yes, 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 yes to every single thing you do blindly, just to make you feel better, just to make you feel happier when actually you're wrong. You need people who are going to lift you up and who are going to challenge your way of thinking, who are going to help you grow and be better as a person. As this week's quote of the week says, good company in a journey makes the way seem shorter. And the road is very, 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 very long. And if we can shorten it, which we can, let's do so. And we can do so by surrounding ourselves with good company, by surrounding ourselves with positive energies, by surrounding ourselves with good vibes, by surrounding ourselves with people who challenge how we think, not the ones that nod their heads and act like they agree. Good company in a journey makes the way seem shorter. Thank you for listening. This has been We Just Quote Wednesday. Make sure you give a like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and do all that good stuff. Look out for mini podcasts in between We Just Quote Wednesdays and stay tuned for next week's We Just Quote Wednesday. If you have any quotes, questions, or topic ideas, email them to wejustquoting@gmail.com. Thank you again for listening, and bye-bye for now. The real you is not defined by the size of your office. The real you is who you are when ain't nobody watching.